Hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I am Susan, I'm your hostess, and today we're going to have some thrifty fun. Now, my girlfriend and I went to a couple of thrift stores today, and my husband and I went over the weekend to another thrift store, and I'm going to show you everything that we found. The first items I'm going to show you are some dinner napkins. These were 3 napkins for $1. And they're just little plain Jane napkins, but I use these on top of my jars to keep the dust off my jars, so they'll come in handy. And I really don't care if there's not a full set or not, because I collect napkins, and they can come in for handy for many projects also. And I also picked up some, here's 3 more that I also got for $1 that are a little rose print. And somebody had starched these really good, y'all. But I could use this fabric. I could make drawstring bags out of these. I could use them for pillowcase covers. I could use them for quilt blocks, quilting fabric. Just a number of things I could use the fabric itself from. And also, there were 3 there also. So that was a good buy for those. And my husband picked up this cookie jar. Let me get it up here so you can see it. It's an old-fashioned Quaker Oats cookie jar. It's ceramic. And it's got the recipe on the back. And there's the brand on the bottom. We paid $5, y'all. He says, I like that. We're going to get it. It's got a nice little gasket on the lid. And so we picked that up. So y'all will probably start seeing this in some of the videos when I find a place to set it. Thought that was really neat. I also picked up some more bling bling. I like jewelry, and every now and then I come across something that I think is unique, and I really like it, and I thought this was neat. All different kinds of wood and glass beads in there. And some seed beads. It's got the chain extender on it. We paid $2 for that piece. I picked up a bracelet. And you can see it on me. Thought that was kind of pretty. And it's stretchy kind. And also paid $1 for that piece. And then I also picked up this one. It's got the little leopard print scarf in it. And paid $3 for that. So really good buys on these. And I thought that would be pretty with something that I have in my closet. I don't usually buy a lot of jewelry, y'all. I don't wear a lot of jewelry. And so I wanted something a little different than what I've had in the past. Now this was a jar I found at Goodwill. And it is by Martha Stewart, Everyday Living. It's got the little plastic, this plastic comes off. This was a half price item. It was marked $1.99, so I paid $1 for that. I collect these jars for my dry goods. They always come in handy. I picked up some Quack Quack blank cards inside at Hunt's Thrift for $1.99. They only had 2 types of cards in this box left, but that's okay. For I use these to mail out my stickers in and for various reasons, but I love the ducks. Aren't they cute? So, paid $1.99 for that box, and I got half of the note cards in there, so at least 10 note cards, maybe a little bit more in that box. I've got a couple of big items over here. If I can get them out of the bag. These are the old dollar store blankets that they used to sell. You know, they're the wool type blankets, felted blankets. And these are really good for backing quilts or making pot holders, insulating fabric, or just to use for moving blankets. And I think I paid $2 a piece for these. I got 2 of them. And I've got some old quilt tops that I want to quilt. And I thought, well, this will be a cheap alternative to going and spending a lot of money on quilt batting. So here's the other one. These spray up over time, just from use and wear. You can see the back is white and it just has a print on the front. Heavy duty blankets in the past, if you've ever slept under one of these, you sweat. So it will keep us nice and warm. I'm going to get these back in my bag. And I'm going to have them ready for when I get ready to quilt a quilt. And if I have to take and add to one of these to make it the size that I need, I can do that with a zigzag stitch. It's really easy. But these are always handy to have on hand. It's a good prepping item because you can also use these to wrap pipes with in an emergency situation. If you have a situation where you might have frozen pipes, they make great insulators also. So wanted to share that with y'all. So we're going to be using those sometime in the future. Not sure when. But I did pick up 3 books. These are my last items. This was Southern Sideboards, Southern Living Hall of Fame, Junior League of Jackson, Mississippi cookbook. And it is a very thick cookbook. Oh, almost, I think, right at 400 pages. $2.99. Says it has over 950 twice-tested recipes for every occasion. Simple to elaborate. It has 416 pages, including 12 chapters. And it has all kinds of recipes in here that I'm looking forward to checking out. And one of the reasons I picked this up is it had a lot of quiche in here. We get a lot of eggs. It's got a lot of chicken recipes in it. Eggs and chicken. Let's see if I can get back over here to the eggs. If I can find them. It had a lot of quiche recipes in here. It's also got wild game in here. Here's the eggs. It's got a Swiss omelet filling. It even tells you how to do basic hard-boiled eggs in here. It's got a stuffed egg and mushroom casserole. It's got a cheese strudel in here. Sausage and egg souffle. Just a number of great recipes, including the quiches. It's also got a lot of homemade jams and jellies, which I thought, you know, we can always test some recipes out and can them. It tells you how many pints and half pints that you will get out of it, including pickling, how to pickle Jerusalem artichokes, pear mincemeat, green tomato relish, cabbage relish, all kinds of pickles. Just a really good overall cookbook. And I am looking so forward to trying out some recipes with y'all and build up our 365 days of recipes that I'm planning on doing. I want a different recipe for every day of the year to try with my husband, and this is a great way to build up a recipe where I can just go and find the cookbook, list it, find the cookbook, do the recipe, and we'll have a different recipe for every single day of the year. That's my goal. So that's a great cookbook. If this cookbook's available online, which I doubt seriously it will be, but if it is, I will link it in the description box below. This one I thought was pretty neat. I paid $2.99 for that cookbook. This one I paid half price because it was the color tag for the day. So this was $1.50 for this book. This is Green Solutions for the Home, Easy Cleaning and Pest Control. It is written by Dr. Miles Bader. And again, if this book is available online, I will share that with you. But it talks about all kinds of insects, how to get rid of them, just everything that you can imagine. And I like these books because if I don't have my answer in one book, it will certainly be in another book. So this is a great book to have, and I always look for green solutions or natural cleaners and so forth to try to keep everything done well in our home. And it also had a little green solutions book in here, and it tells you how to mix different sprays. Fire ant remedy. You remember last year we had a fire ant problem outside. It says 1 quart of cold water, 1/4 ounce of peppermint powder, 2 tablespoons of jungle rain from a nursery, 2 ounces of powdered ivory soap, 1 ounce of Citrusolve, a health food from the health food store, and a spray bottle. So that would be the cure for that. Jewelry cleaner, lingerie cleaner, no wax floor cleaner for your home, Formica counter cleaner. Really a nice little handy pamphlet inside that book. Well worth the money. I am looking forward to sharing things that I find out of this one also. This one I didn't look at, but it caught my eye automatically. It is a soft cover Sunset Western Garden book. It's a comprehensive Western plant encyclopedia zoned for 24 climates, plant selection guide, landscaping ideas, and how to control pests, diseases, and weeds. And so this was $1.99, and they have these from different years. It started in 1933. They put out a new one in 1937, one in 1954, one in 1967, and one in 1979. And this one, let me see what the date is on this. This was 1988. But I like this book. The reason I picked it up is because it goes through every type of plant. So you can identify the plant. The pictures are clear enough that you can identify plants. Just amazing. It talks about all kinds of things. It's got charts in here. Big charts. Let's see what else we have. It names flowers and weeds and all kinds of things you can find in this book. So this will be really good if we have to go foraging. We can go through this book and be able to forage. So that was really nice. That was the main reason I picked it up. And it has a nice glossary in the back. Here's the glossary. And then it has the botanical names of plants. a good index. And it also has color photos. And they do go by zone. They tell you what zones things are growing in. It talks about plant diseases in the front and pest controls, including burrowing animals. It talks about all your gardening tools. It talks about climate modification, greenhouses, grafting, budding and grafting, cutting leaf and root. So different rooting types of things that you can root. How to prune a tree, watering, the different types of soil, seed germination, and it's got a great map of all the different zones. And it talks about all the native soil, different types of gardens that you can plant, and so forth. So this is going to be really, really handy for us for many, many years to come, I do believe, because it will probably become my go-to book. It covers so much, and I don't know if this one is even available anymore, but if it is, I will put a link to it in the description box below if you're interested in purchasing something like this for yourself. So that's all we have today for our Thrifty Fun. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope that you found something that is useful here. Be prepared for any situation, folks. That's why I pick up these books, like this one and this one. Great tools, especially for our prepping season that we're living in now. It tells you how, even in this one, it tells you how to clean a coil. Interesting. So we're going to be doing a lot of stuff out of these books, I do believe. We're going to be looking at those. The blankets are great. They're great for as an insulator, for quilt batting, for pot holders and stuff like that. You could even cut out a jacket liner out of these and line a jacket with them. Very good to purchase and have on hand. And that would be a prepper item in my opinion because it has so many uses. My favorite items today are probably the cookie jar, and the books. I'm a bookworm. I love the books. So anytime I get good books, it's well worth it to me to spend a little bit of money and get some great recipes and different things. So I'm looking forward to sharing all of these items with y'all in future videos. Thank you again for watching. May you be fully blessed.